folks. It's Friday, July 11th, 2025. Coming up on the program today, highlights from a pussy-itching charity live stream. Plus, a modern-day Rosa Parks is mad she can't steal a seat in first class. And riding cock cowgirl style while driving a stolen RV. All this plus your voicemails today.
Distorted View Daily proudly presents Great Moments in Emo Vlogs.
Whoa. Okay, guys. Enough of my hyper moment. I just saw the Fox News does a special report on emo scene kids. Holy shite. I did not realize how many people actually hate emos and scene kids. But you know what? The people who have emo side are punk rockers who fully want to kick emo kids and scene kids' asses. Why are you hating on something that's probably going to be bigger than what you are now? There are so many scene and emo kids out there. How are you going to kill them all? You can't kill me, can you? I don't think so. I'm going to be one of the voices of these scene and emo kids because you know what? We need more people like me out here. Whatever's going on with all these people hating on emo kids, or I go to school and I'll have a bunch of kids saying, oh yeah, emo kid, da-da-da. But unlike the US, we don't have people beating the shit out of emo kids. In Canada, we don't do that. You either have respect for someone's style, or you can just shut the fuck up and walk away. Y'all are just getting all mad because we are starting to be something that you can never be. And that is a giant movement. Disagree with me if you'd like. You can comment this and be all like, you're an emo piece of shit, da-da-da-da. I don't fucking care what you think. I don't care. You all think that you can just punch an emo kid and they're gonna be knocked down? Pick a fight with me. Hit me once. I will turn my face like Jesus did. But if you hit me twice because I'm something that you ain't, I will box the fucking shit out of you. A kid is emotionally hardcore because things have happened in their life. I've had fucking shit happen to my life. I've had 3 of my freaking friends pass away on me, committing suicide. Oh, because they're emo. It's not about that. Not all emos cut themselves. It's just a music. It's a term of anger, frustration, life, teenager angst.
It's Distorted View Daily with Tim Henson.
A lot of hot liquid poo just went out all at once.
Welcome to 1-800-ASSHOLE.
And what you don't know about me are the things I do to your kid when nobody's looking.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, hey freaks, Tim Henson back here with you one more time as we wrap things up for the week. Gonna have a couple shorter shows today and probably Monday because I gotta go back up to Ashtabula. My mom has been a very good girl, or she's been paying off the staff at this physical rehabilitation place because they're gonna let her out early, it seems. So we have to move her back into her apartment and get stuff ready for her, like some sort of toilet seat riser she needs. I'm kind of excited about that one myself. That's been a complaint of mine for years. Her toilet is just, it sits too low. I sit on that thing and my fucking knees are up to my ears, which I think might be a good position to shit in. Isn't that what squatty potties are for? But whatever. The problem is, Ashtabula is out in the fucking boonies. And there's no, Amazon warehouses nearby. So if I order, I have to order this toilet seat riser and some bath seat thing for her. And to have it delivered to Ashtabula, it's not going to get there until, middle of next week. Which is just absurd, right? Having to wait 4, maybe 5 days for an order. What are we, living in a third world country? I remember when I was, growing up. This was before the internet. I had my parents order me something. I think it was a computer game or something for my Commodore 64. I think it was SimCity. And boy, if you've never seen what SimCity looks like on a Commodore 64, whew, it's pretty rough. I used to go over to my friend's house and he had a powerful computer video game system or something. And he had SimCity and it looked awesome. And I loved playing it. And I was so excited to find out that they made a Commodore 64 version of SimCity. So, I could play it whenever I wanted, right? I'd have my own copy of it. So I ordered it through a catalog, and it took about 6 to 8 weeks to get in the mail. And this was during the summer, during my summer school break. Every day, I would get out the lawn chair and just stare at the road, waiting for the UPS truck to come. The order kept getting delayed and delayed because at this point, no one had a Commodore 64 anymore. The Commodore 64 was released in 1983 or something. By the time my parents bought me a Commodore 64, these things were like in the clearance bins at department stores for like $99. So I'm sure this catalog, this mail order company was like, holy shit, someone has actually purchased a copy of SimCity. Where are they? We don't know. It's in the back somewhere, buried underneath crap, because no one has purchased a copy of SimCity for the Commodore 64 in like a decade. It was an excruciating wait. But honestly, you know, waiting 4 to 6 weeks for something you ordered wasn't unusual back in the 80s or 90s. Now I lose my mind if my crap isn't overnighted or available for one-day shipping. I'm peeved if it's like, yeah, it's prime shipping, but it takes 2 days to get there. I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do for an entire 2 days without this potato peeler I so desperately need? Anyway, what would take, a week to get to Ashtabula is coming today. And it's like same-day shipping here in Cincinnati. So I'm getting Mom's shitter chair. And honestly, I might take it for a test drive today. Got to see if it meets my high-quality standards. It's cool because this shitter chair is adjustable, has adjustable height. So I'm going to set it to the highest possible height and see if my feet dangle. I want to poop like I'm a little kid. Also, the higher up my ass is, the louder and more impressive the turd plops might be. I'm really hoping to get some air on this, some nice splashback. It's like my poop is cannonballing into the toilet. Doing some Olympic shit diving today. I'll record the results. Let you know how it goes. Listen, I do have a bunch of great audio to share with you today. First up, gotta say thanks to DV listener Crispy808. They are sharing with us a new TikTok. Their name is Shiki. And technically, they're not on TikTok, they're on Facebook Live, where their whole thing is just begging for money. I'm right there with you, sister. Sign up for the sideshow. DistortedView.com. Ting! I'm totally an e-beggar, too. We have never featured Shiki on the podcast before, so Crispy has kindly described what we're dealing with. Shiki is a transgender sex worker who has a habit of sucking her thumb while clapping back at trolls in Facebook chat. Also, she makes about $8,000 to $10,000 a month in donations on Facebook alone. At that point, why do you even need to be a sex worker? You're just doing it for the love of the game at that point. It's a hobby. You don't need to be fucking if you're making $10,000 a month. Here is Shiki responding to people in Facebook chat who are confused as to why we would donate money when they aren't doing anything. They're just staring at the screen.
So y'all acting brand new?
Like you don't understand what's going on here.
So y'all acting brand new? Y'all acting brand new.
This is her idea of content creation. So far, the only thing she's brought to the table is the low battery smoke alarm.
Is y'all brand new or something? Like, what's going on? Hey, Auntie Nambia, I gave y'all a whole day off. I didn't even come on here yesterday.
Yeah, it's like she's doing us a favor. I didn't harass you for money yesterday. Y'all should be thanking me.
You know you're not supposed to be talking to me if you didn't heart this live or share this live. That's where y'all be fucking up at. And then y'all be wanting a good attitude like, oh, Shiki, you're being mean. Yeah, I'm about to be mean as hell. I'm about to be so nasty.
And here's how she treats people who actually do have jobs.
Get a job. You can have $300 a week or more. Bitch, I make more and I make $300 in a day. This bitch talk about you can get a job and I can make $300 in a week. No, I'm gonna make $300 on my live. On my live. You go do that. I'm not you, bitch. You don't have no other way, and that's your business. Thank you, Auntie Cassandra, for the $5.
Why are people giving her money? Also, don't act like you've got some sort of skill or talent. You know what I mean? Like, anyone can get on Facebook Live and beg for money, but I guess she might have a point because she actually does get donations from these people. It's working.
Oh, that's why you all up over here watching me and my moves and what I do. Yeah, I get high above the law, girl. I does my big one, girl. Those cash apps adds up. That's why I'm a certified beggar. You bitch talking to somebody, get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. No. Leave me alone. Thank you, Centurions, for the $5. Hey, babe.
Yeah, I mean, she'll come right out and say she is an e-beggar. I think she makes way more money from complete morons watching her on Facebook Live than turning tricks. I say that because it appears her pussy is a little rotten. Here, Shiki is in the bathroom.
Oh, this pussy gotta pee. Oh, my pussy itching. Oh. Oh, y'all know when you scratch the pussy, when you take it out of the panties, when you first take the pussy out of the panties, and you get to scratch a little pussy. Oh my God, that's the best feeling in the world. Like, Lord, I ain't even peeing because I'm over here, got my balls between my hands.
Yeah, she hasn't had gender reassignment surgery, so when she says her pussy, what she really means are her
dick and nuts.
And even the way she talks about her dick and nuts, not very ladylike. Sorry, you ain't passing.
Like, I don't know how to explain this shit, but this shit feels so good. Oh my goodness. Girl, having the balls fold up like that, I don't know if y'all understand the mental feeling of scratching your balls when you pull down those panties to pee. Like, I always get a good ball scratching, and it feels so good right now. I'm like, this is why I do it to my niggas. That's why this nigga keep on calling me. He's so obsessed. Because I be scratching his balls. Because men's balls are always itching, girl. Scratch his good old balls, girl. Scratch that man balls. That's how you keep a man, girl. I'm telling you. Scratch their balls. Some of dude always talking shit. Shut the fuck up down there with your ugly old ass, yup.
Well, someone in the chat is angering her.
I talk shit about y'all old ass bitches. It ain't my fault. Ooh.
She's still scratching.
Hold on. Ooh, the pussy. Ooh, the pussy.
Okay, you need to stop calling your balls your pussy.
Bitch, I don't got no motherfucking infection, bitch. My pussy be balled up in my motherfucker. Ooh, I love when y'all talk. Because I'm going to get y'all ugly old ass bitches. As soon as I get out this toilet, when I get done scratching my balls.
It's concerning how long she scratches her balls. I'm sorry. Her pussy in this video. Girl, you need to shower or something. You got the funk down there.
Oh, shit. Oh, it be my click, y'all. I got a click at the top, like.
So this is the type of content she produces that nets her $10,000 a month. Got it.
Come lick my itch away out of my pussy, bitch. My pussy itching. Lick my pussy. I like when niggas lick my pussy when they itching. They don't know it itching. I don't tell them that. But you gotta eat it anyway. It's itching before I can.
Okay, your sex clients are very, very lucky. Thank you very much, Crispy808, for introducing us to Shiki. Next up, I've got an airplane freakout. This woman took it upon herself to go ahead and sit in first class, even though she did not buy a first class ticket. Surprise, surprise, first class is assigned seating, so it was only a matter of time before she was going to be confronted, and here's what that sounded like.
You were not assigned that seat.
They weren't assigned that seat
Yes,
either.
they were. And the way that the upgrade list works...
So they come all the way up there.
They change their seat to indicate that they're
and the person comes and like, hey, you get to go to the front seat.
And then they change it in the computer. Well, that's our policy. Yes, that's why we have upgrade lists, and that's why all passengers have their assigned seat.
The availability to buy it when you checked in, so there was nobody there. And how do you pick?
So that's how we have upgrade lists. So passengers that have status, other airlines that fly with us.
The point is, it's not your seat. You didn't pay for that seat. She just saw that it was technically empty at the time that she was boarding, so she's like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take that one. Obviously, this does not work out well for her.
Yes.
What's status?
Status, if you fly X amount of dollars a year on our airline, you have different privileges. You're a priority member.
I think I am. I took 25 flights this year. That's what you get for profiling me again.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that, but she said that they're profiling her. I think she might be black.
Like I don't take 25 flights?
No, I never said that.
Than them.
Listen,
then it was the customer service that I was getting. Everybody's getting smart with me. I feel like I got kicked to the back of the bus.
So her argument is she doesn't like the way customer service was treating her, so she upgraded herself to first class. I wonder why everyone was, quote, getting smart with her. Getting kicked to the back of the bus.
I feel like I got kicked to the back of the bus.
You need to Rosa park your ass down back into your coach seat is what you need to do. She is going to fight this tooth and nail because now she's experienced the finer things in life. She's not going back to economy.
I kind of feel like you kind of a little uptight with me a little bit about it. So you just made me get off the flight and we're holding up a plane.
So
for what?
So you're the one that caused a disruption on the aircraft. That's
I caused a disruption?
Yes.
When?
That's why we're standing here talking. That plane was ready for.
When did I cause a disruption?
Oh, I guess she's not even on the plane anymore. She was deboarded.
When they picked me up and told me to move to another seat, and I spoke to a lady all the way in the back.
So the flight attendants requested that we reopen the door for the captain, so we can have this discussion.
Oh,
okay?
So the flight attendants had a problem. It wasn't me.
If you were misbehaving or not following the flight if you are not following the flight attendant's instructions.
I sat in my seat. What else can you follow?
Yeah, I have a feeling even if she went back to her original seat, she was still causing a disruption. You know, she was mouthy about the whole fucking thing. Like, wouldn't shut up about it. There's not a doubt in my mind that she was not disrupting.
We have two options at this point. We can go up there and continue this conversation, or you can resume your seat. I believe it's 14A. You can sit down. You just pulled me out
of my seat. I feel uncomfortable now. I want to escalate this situation.
Okay. That was the wrong choice, lady. You know, you watch one or two of these type of videos, and there's a lot of them out there. People causing disturbances on planes. This is one situation where you don't fuck around. You're not going to get to your destination on time. I'm sorry.
Because I'm getting kicked off the plane.
No, you're not.
I am getting kicked off the plane.
You just said that you wanted to go up there and discuss
I didn't say I wanted to go anywhere. I just said I feel uncomfortable, and you decided to.
Well, you also said you wanted to escalate this, so you did make your choice, you stupid bitch. I did not say the thing I just said.
Say I was going up there.
So if you're uncomfortable to fly on this aircraft,
you make me feel uncomfortable. Your staff makes me feel uncomfortable. You're saying I wasn't following rules when I was clearly sitting in my seat when you came over there and got me. And I videotaped the whole thing.
It's interesting. We never get to see that part.
So here's what we can do.
All right. I'm upset. I'm upset. I want to talk to somebody. I feel uncomfortable.
You can talk to someone until your fucking head turns blue. You ain't getting on a plane anymore.
Comfortable. I want to make sure that that's the right policy because now I'm over it. I got a booking to go to. I'm here for business.
Not anymore. You ain't. Couldn't possibly be an important business meeting.
I mean, I wasn't following the rules. What rules wasn't I following? Because I was asking questions about why they picked me out of my seat and put two white people in my seat. And now I'm getting put off my plane?
You don't want to be on the plane. You decided it.
Are you kidding me?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you go back
I'm already upset, and you're yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at
The only one screaming is her.
You are yelling at me.
Can you
I want to speak to somebody higher than you.
You know who would be higher than him? Anyone on the plane. Oh, they're about 30,000 feet higher than him. And you. Unfortunately, they're a little too high up for you. You'll never be up there with them.
So we'll go back to the two.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll go back to the two options.
You're still gonna let her fly?
I just asked you, and you said you just guided me back to the door.
No, we're still in the same spot.
Yeah, they're in the exact same spot that this whole conversation has been taking place.
You just got me out of my seat, embarrassed me in front of the whole plane. I am good, sir. I don't want to go back on the plane.
All right, there you go. She made her decision.
Just got me out of my seat. It wasn't an option for me to get out of my seat. I was forced to get out of my seat to talk to you about something that I don't feel was right.
I mean, she is just talking and talking, yet not saying a lot. It's important for her to be on this plane because she's on business, but she doesn't want to be on the plane. She doesn't feel safe. When they say, okay, your choice, and then she gets mad about that.
Your customer service, I'm not trying to speak wrong, but it sucks right now. You see me sitting here crying, and you keep trying to be, there's two things we can do right now.
She's a child, right? She doesn't like either of the two options. And really, it all comes down to, like, how important is your business meeting? Just suck up the embarrassment and you can make your appointment. Or the other option is don't get on the plane. And she kind of wants to do both. Unfortunately, that's the end of the clip. So I don't know how this resolves. My favorite comment is, the louder she gets, the more at fault she seems. She's embarrassed because she was caught doing something she wasn't supposed to do, sitting in first class or whatever. Finally, before we get into the news, on Wednesday, we played some of those great Mead cover songs. And once again, Mead replied he heard them I talked about this a little bit on yesterday's Sideshow exclusive program, but it's so funny. I thought I'd mention it again so everyone could hear. Mead thinks AI is satanic, so he's urging me not to make any more AI songs. He also didn't think my Laura Branigan-ish song sounded anything like Laura Branigan. My favorite part of his email is when he says AI is created by people who inject adrenochrome into their veins, which is the blood of abused and startled children in satanic ritual abuse. I mean, it's one thing to call AI satanic, but this is way more specific. So, okay, Mead is not a fan of AI. Elsewhere in the Meadosphere, Mead has a crush. You know, it sucks because the people that Mead like don't like Mead. At the same time, he's getting hit on by people who Mead has no interest in. Let's start with that case. Does this sound like a homosexual? Oh, he's getting cruised. Did Mead find himself at a glory hole? He says, several years ago, I was in the library. Yeah, that's what I used to call the dirty adult video and bookstore as well. The library. I was perusing the MILF section. Several years ago, I was in the library and looking at the DVDs. This guy came up from behind me and stuck his dick in my ass. No. This guy came up from behind me and asked what movies I could recommend. He probably thought you worked there. I said, I like Alfred Hitchcock, and I really hit the cock part. Yeah. This does kind of sound like a sexually charged exchange. All right, so he said, I like Alfred Hitchcock. Perhaps that was the wrong answer. Anyway, he then said he liked my voice and my clothes were cool. I was wearing a hoodie and sweats. I was much thinner and into bike riding. He also said he liked my voice. He was probably mentally handicapped. Same thing happened to me when I was working at that testing center. We used to have the mentally handicapped kids from the nearby school come and do slave labor or something. It was some program where they would come and like help out, like take out the trash, clean up and stuff. It was like for an hour a week or something. But anyway, that one kid would stare at me and he would just compliment me nonstop. I like your shirt. And I'd say, thank you. And then he'd say, I like your pants. And I would say, thank you. And then he'd look down at my Velcro shoes. I don't know why I was wearing Velcro shoes at this job, but he said, I like your Velcro. And I said, thanks. Sometimes a compliment is just a compliment. I can't believe I was wearing Velcro shoes. There was something on my body that was Velcro. May have been a coat I was wearing. I can't believe that I was wearing a Velcro shoes. That's not very business professional. It's also probably why I was paid like $12.50 an hour for that job. I think I was one of the mentally handicapped people hired to work at that place. No better than them, right? Anyway, so this guy kept complimenting Mead. He asked if I came there often to the library. I said, about every other week. He said, well, that's nice. And then he proceeded to browse the section. Yeah, so he left you alone. It wasn't like he was continually hitting on you. Mead says he got too close to me, and I said, have a nice day, and I left. Is this normal talk, or is this some kind of homosexual? He was late 20s at the time with a beard and looked normal and not gay at all. However, the Bible does warn us about roving bands of homosexuals in these last days. I don't know. It sounds like a normal, everyday interaction. You're at a library, you're watching movies, some guy asks for a recommendation, compliments the shirt that he likes, and that's pretty much it. Now for the little crush Mead has on probably an underage girl. This happened at work. You know, he works at Chick-fil-A. Somehow I just know this is going to end up with Mead getting fired if this progresses. Anyways, she's just nice to me. Again, sometimes people are just nice to be nice because they don't want to cause problems at work. Doesn't mean she wants to fuck your brains out. The one time when I was ready to leave for home after work, I was standing at the door and she put her hand up in the air and I put my hand up in the air and our hands interlocked together and she said, bye. Yeah, she wants to have your baby. She said one word to him. Also, I bet you she was just going for like a high five, like a friendly work thing. Like, all right, we did it. End of day. High five. But Mead, like a fucking ghoul, like grabbed onto her hand and wouldn't let go. Ah, you're mine now. Ah, you're strong. Ah, It's starting to hurt, Mead. Mead, let go. She doesn't think of me in that way. At least Mead recognizes that. But she treats me like a human being, and she's beautiful and athletic with a nice toned body. I'm not going to pursue a young girl. Thank God. Yeah, go with that instinct. It's not my fault I was born in the wrong era. I was born too early, not too late, as they say. Even if I were 29, I would probably be out of her radar. It's like fate played a cruel trick on me when I meet a girl I finally click with. Again, she said one word to you. I clicked with her. When I meet a girl I finally click with, I'm old enough to be her father, and she is in another era. Guys, that's not all, though. Further proof she wants Mead inside of her. She told me a story of how she once drank too many Red Bulls at her track practice. Again, she's totally a high school student. Yeah, she drank too many Red Bulls at her track practice and fainted. She also said she would vote for me for president because I was nice. Why must she lead me on this way? This is such, incel thinking. A girl was casually nice to me. Why is she playing games? She's not playing games because she hasn't expressed any interest in you. She says the same thing she says to you as, she would say to an 80-year-old or a 15-year. You know what I mean? She's just talking to you like a person. Why must she lead me on this way? I feel just like a schoolboy around her. I get that tingly feeling. Again, this is not something straight guys say. When they like a girl, they're like, oh yeah, she's hot. I wonder if she's into me. I'd like to go on a date with her. Not like, oh my God, I feel like a schoolboy. I get all tingly. I can't eat. My face gets flushed. Oh, I'm giggly. That's how girls get. When they're having a crush. All right. I get that tingly feeling I did when I first saw my girl crush at school. I pictured her in her underwear. Okay. This is the type of shit Mead posts on that godforsaken The Apricity message board. The goddamn gold mine. Well, there you go. One final Mead update for you this week. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow? What are you waiting for? Help support this stupidity. Become a true and honorable freak today. When you sign up, you get access to all of the exclusive shows we're doing throughout the week. That includes little mini bonus segment shows. We posted on Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Thursday, we did full-length Sideshow exclusive episodes, and we do that just about every week. So it's a great time to sign up. Membership's very inexpensive, only $9 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. When you sign up, you get a podcast feed that you can plug right into just about any podcast app you use. Remember, though, if you use Spotify to listen to DV, you'll sign up in a little bit different of a way. It's actually pretty easy. You'll just sign up right inside of your Spotify app. Just search for Distorted View, tap on the About tab, and you'll see a link to sign up for Sideshow Access right inside of Spotify. Same deal with Apple Podcasts, although you're given an option. You can either sign up on our website or you can do it inside of Apple Podcasts. One final way to help support the show. We've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. If you pledge at least $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. Also, remember, if you pledge, the next tier up is $20, at least $20 a month. And if you do that, occasionally I send out DV goodies, little merchandise or gifts or whatever. In the past, I've sent out Distorted View umbrellas, beach towels, hats. We've got another drop coming up, I think, in the month of August. So now would be a great time. If you're not yet a member, go to patreon.com/distortedview. Pledge $20 a month. It really does help the show out. So thank you so much to all of my patrons. And, of course, all of my Sideshow freaks. You are the reason I'm able to continue to do DV. All right. 2 very quick stories now. First up, I got one here from West Virginia where a couple apparently stole an RV. And that was just the beginning of their escapades. High off the rush of stealing a big, fat motorhome on wheels, these two got so excited they ended up fucking on the RV. Cops actually found them in the middle of the act, which, if you're a cop, it's shocking to see. You never expect to see anyone naked, but that's probably the safest environment for you, They don't have any clothes on, which means they can't really hide any guns. they're going to have weapons on them. They're in a very vulnerable position. You got them right where you want them, Yes, a man and a woman in West Virginia were allegedly engaged in sexual activity inside of a stolen RV when they were pulled over by police last week. The incident occurred Wednesday afternoon in Bluefield, a city nestled in the Appalachian Mountains. Romantic. Officer R.L. Ham said he conducted a traffic stop after noticing the vehicle's male driver appeared to be straddled by a nude woman while the RV was in motion. Oh shit, I thought they were pulled over having sex. She was riding him cowboy as they were driving through the mountains. That is kind of hot and dangerous. But guys, he probably wanted to make good time wherever the hell they were going. He's like, we can't stop to have sex. We can multitask. Makes sense. All right. Upon approaching the vehicle, Ham observed 35-year-old Shannon Bryant now sitting behind the wheel. A bystander at the scene alerted the police that the pair had swapped seats just before the stop. Matthew McDonald, 48, was seated in the front passenger seat. When questioned about their behavior, Bryant reportedly admitted, "We were fucking," according to the officer's statement. Police said Bryant appeared heavily intoxicated. Was that the person who was driving? Okay, she was sitting behind the wheel, which is a pretty fuckwitted thing to do. Like, if you're drunk, because the guy was driving and he was the one that was not drunk, but they swapped seats when they were pulled over. So now it looks like she, the person who was intoxicated, was driving. Like, you're going to get in trouble for that. All right, police said Brian appeared heavily intoxicated. Both individuals were ordered out of the RV, and McDonald allegedly confirmed the couple had been naked and attempting to have sex while driving. He also told authorities they switched positions after noticing the police cruiser. A search of the RV led to the discovery of suspected drug paraphernalia, prescription painkillers, and a mystery white powdery substance. Officers also recovered a shattered glass pipe in the area. Yeah, put the pieces of that puzzle together, where Bryant claimed McDonald had discarded items during the stop. Further investigation revealed the RV had been reported stolen from Princeton, a nearby town. Bryant and McDonald were arrested and charged with indecent exposure, drug paraphernalia, DUI, and possession of a stolen vehicle. Both have pled not guilty. Bold strategy. Court records indicate each has a lengthy criminal history and neither has posted bond. Second story we have for you today. This one comes from our most fucked up state. Say it with me. Florida. Our most fucked up state. Yes, it's Florida. Our most fucked up state. Yes, a new viral trend has hit Florida, and it's one that might just end up getting you killed. It's called the chloroform challenge. You stand on the edge of a house or a tall building and you chloroform yourself, and you try not to plummet to your death. Actually, I made up that viral TikTok challenge, but couldn't you just see that happening in the next, year or two? Maybe I could actually get that thing started. The problem is, I don't know how to get chloroform. I think that stuff is hard to obtain. Anyway, this is the viral door kicking challenge, where you go up to strangers' homes and try to bust down their door. Of all states to try to do this TikTok challenge, and Florida is not the one to mess around with. Any of those states where you're like allowed to carry concealed guns and you're allowed to shoot people if you feel threatened, you want to avoid those states when participating in this challenge. 2 teenagers have been arrested in Volusia County after allegedly participating in a dangerous social media trend that involves kicking in the front doors of homes. My God. According to the county sheriff's office, the incident occurred Sunday night in a residential neighborhood in DeBerry. Homeowner Argenis Ruiz told reporters he was jolted awake by a loud crash. It was incredibly loud, he said. I was asleep, and I just woke up startled, scared. My first instinct was to protect my kids. Video from the doorbell camera shows 2 individuals, one wearing a mask, approaching the home before one of them forcefully kicked the front door open. The suspects immediately fled the scene. After a 2-hour search, deputies located and detained a 13-year-old girl and a 15-year-old boy, roughly a half mile from the residence. Both were taken into custody and charged with burglary. Authorities say the teens were attempting a version of the door-kicking challenge, a prank. Okay, we're going to use that term loosely. It's a crime is what it is. A prank that has been circulating on TikTok. The trend involves kicking or slamming on doors to frighten unsuspecting residents, sometimes causing property damage. Sheriff Mike Chitwood issued a strong warning to parents and teens about the dangers of such behavior. In Florida, that's a good way to get yourself killed. Yeah, real. That's what I was saying, Chitwood said. People have a right to defend their homes under the Castle Doctrine. What a cool name. The Castle Doctrine. If someone thinks they're being robbed, they're going to act fast, possibly with deadly force. Chitwood emphasized that participants could face serious legal consequences. This is not a harmless prank. You're endangering your future. This is a felony charge. The Volusia County incident is not isolated. In November 2024, a homeowner in a nearby neighborhood captured similar behavior on surveillance video. While no recent cases have been reported in Orange County, the sheriff's office there released a statement saying any criminal mischief or break-in would be treated seriously, regardless of whether they are connected to online trends or not. We discourage anyone from taking part in these so-called challenges. Ruiz expressed relief that no one was injured, but hopes the young suspects understand the potential consequences. Be smart about your choices. Something teenagers are notoriously known for. Good, smart choices. This could change your life and the lives of your family members forever. He added, next time someone bangs on my door, I'm blowing their fucking heads off. All right, no, he did not say that. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Friday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Love to hear from you freaks, and there are many ways to contact the show. Show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow. Remember, if you pledge $5 to our Patreon account, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And yes, we've got some patrons checking in today.
Hello, Timmy Boo, or rather say Jagoo, Timmy Boo. Dragon, come here. All right, so I just listened to your last rerun episode. Is the one that listener suggested.
Oh, yeah, the interview with the glory hole expert.
You know, you had this guy that does the bareback stealth thing, that horrible human being.
I like that I sold that episode as an interview with a glory hole expert, when really the big news, the exciting thing was the stealthing part. Yeah, where he would like cut holes in condoms just to infect people with his jizz and possibly HIV or something.
By the way, I wonder if he's still listening to the show.
Oh, he's dead. Someone shot him dead. I don't know.
What I found so...
Is the stealthing guy still listening to the show? If so, make yourself known.
Funny was the fact that it just happened to coincide when your dad just passed away. So it makes me wonder, did this listener troll you? Suggesting an episode that, you know, towards the end you're going to be discussing your dad passing away right when your mom is having a lot of medical issues. That just seems unfair. That is not something you should be doing to Timmy Boo. Anyways, I hope...
I didn't even put that together. Thanks for that thought.
Your mom's doing fine. I hope he's recovering well. It's a lot. So
it's a lot. Oh my God, it's so much.
Your family is a tight knit one, and you're all supporting each other. But
yes,
we're doing you all the best.
We're all just trying to get through this. Thank you very much.
Hey, Tim, it's Victor from Discord.
Hey.
I'd just like to say that I got my lazy ass out of the house and didn't forget the box this time, and that sweatshirt is on its way.
Oh, yeah, I did receive a box. I didn't want to open it because I thought, I'll make a video about it.
Also, second...
But I did receive it. I haven't opened it yet.
I heard the Mead Metal soundtrack that you made, and the one of Sweet Tea. Did you purposely make it sound like Avenged Sevenfold?
I didn't ask it to make a song like a copy of Avenged Sevenfold. No,
I feel like you didn't, but at the same time,
it kind of sounds like it.
The person that's singing it sounds a lot like the singer for Avenged Sevenfold.
You know, as a matter of fact, when you prompt these song AI things, now you can't even include artist names because that is some sort of like copyright thing. Because I guess a lot of the information that AI uses is based on artists, and if you were to tell it, I want this to sound like Def Leppard or whatever, it would probably end up using real Def Leppard audio or something. I don't know.
I just wanted to bring that up.
So whatever. For whatever reason, they don't let you use real artist name. It'll throw up an error when you do that. So it was hard to do the Laura Branigan one.
So I hope your mom gets...
Sometimes you can get around it if you misspell the artist name. AI is smart enough to know what you mean. Like if I spelled Laura the wrong way or Branigan the wrong way, that's one little trick to get around that. Man. And as long as it doesn't actually find the match of the artist, then you're okay. Anyway, thank you very much. That's neither here nor there, I guess. Getting in the weeds there.
Hey, Matt from the Jam Hole.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, the girl and I were driving. She had mentioned that I was getting pretty sick, and I had mentioned to her that, oh shit, Timmy's mom's pretty sick.
Yeah, we're all getting sick over here.
And then I thought, man, my mom's pretty sick too. So we're joking around about having like a death pool about seeing whose mom.
No, it's not funny when it's happening to my mom.
Goes first.
I do not like this call.
Comes out of the garage with tears on her face, and she just looks at me and she says, I won.
Oh, shit.
So, sorry, you didn't win.
Condolences. I'm so sorry.
And love the show. Also, do you think Tamir just has, like, severe restless leg syndrome?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that he's also autistic or something, right? But I think the issue with his legs is, like restless leg syndrome or...
that, so he thinks it's like...
I don't know,
5G
whatever.
Emma Watson or something. I was just listening to that episode from last week.
Yeah, it's just like the way... I'm pretty sure he has like a mental condition too, and like this is the way he's processing it. So I think it's like a combination of a physical issue and also a mental problem.
That thought came to my mind.
All right, well, thank you very much, Matt, from the Jam Hole podcast. Everyone check out Jam Hole. And finally, a regular call here.
Hey, Timmy Boo. This is Tom from New Jersey.
Hey, Tim.
I'll apologize up top. I'm in traffic waiting to get on the George Washington
you sound
Bridge,
fine.
So might be some road noise. But,
don't even do that to yourself.
I wanted to make a comment about your ad inserts on Spotify. I personally have no issue listening to ads to help support the show. And
so there's two different sets of ads that are at play here. One is just for Spotify listeners. Spotify will insert their own ads. And then I work with another company that occasionally when they get an ad buy or something, they will insert advertisements into the show no matter what podcasting app you use, aside from Spotify. Both, I've received complaints about both, mainly that they get stuck in the middle of a sentence or a middle of a word I'm saying. The ads don't appear in a good spot. So I think it was at the beginning of this year, I fixed both of those problems. You should definitely notice on Spotify that the ads now appear right after I say, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted, fucked up news, and there's that little bit of music that plays. That's where the ads will be inserted. Same deal with non-Spotify listeners, but I don't think we've had any new sponsors. No one's been running their ads in Distorted View, so you may not have noticed that yet, but next time an ad does play, it'll show up in that spot in a good, right before we get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted, fucked up news. So it shouldn't cut off my sentences or words anymore. I've been working behind the scenes on that. I know that annoyed the fuck out of some of you.
Well,
I don't blame you.
More accurately, skipping ads to not actually support the show, but if it helps you regardless, whatever. The problem is that when you put the ad inserts between segments, or rather when you tell whatever service is inserting them automatically, where it's okay to insert the ads and they go between segments, your transitional music gets completely fucked up. I assume that their process works best if there is at least a couple seconds of dead air that you can point to as a timestamp. What I see others...
What? Now there's more problems? What is this? Spotify nonsense? What? I don't understand what you're saying. What?
Podcasts do is say, okay, and now we've got to take a break. And then they have a little bumper music, silence for a second or so if you're on an adless version, and then bumper music to go back into the show. And then in between, you have the ad insert. But for your show, I'll hear bum, ba, ba, ba.
Yeah, that music.
Better help, and then so on. So it's a very glitchy sort of,
Oh, that kind of sucks. Well, the main thing though is I don't care if that little music interlude is interrupted or glitches out, but I just don't want it to be in the middle of a word or sentence. I don't even think I make that much from Spotify ads. I might just turn those off. We'll see. I got to see how much I'm making from that, because it might just be turning out to be too big of a headache. All right. Well, thank you very much for the information. That is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
Because I'm going to get y'all ugly old ass bitches as soon as I get off this toilet when I get done scratching my balls.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, and like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Guys, thank you so much for a great week of programs. I'll be back on Monday to do it all over again. Until then, bye, everybody.
Give Distorted View Daily a 5-star rating or thumbs up anywhere you can critique podcasts. Tim loves to hear from you. Our email address is show@distortedview.com. Got a big package for Tim? Cram it in his box. Send mail to Distorted View, P.O. Box 36268, Cincinnati, Ohio 45236. This is your announcer, Rodder Pay, reminding you to dream big and shoot your Dick Churn-Gailey sauce towards the stars.
Bye! Have a great Friday, you motherfucker!
Maria Athens, signing off.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.